Hello, one and all. Here is my very first Let's Play, well, ever, I guess. I mean, I've done some test videos before, but this is my first real one, which I'm just going to put up for maybe a little bit of feedback, see what people think. And the Let's Play I'm doing is the Half-Life 2 modification, Curse. Well, Curse Episode 1. Hopefully they'll be releasing more episodes in the future. So, let's get going. Oh, I should mention, this is really... I'm Steel Creed, and this is brought to you by Pelican Productions on YouTube. So, please go check out that channel. Right. Now, I thought I'd do Curse, because not many people seem to do modifications on these things. On Let's Plays, and I thought, you know, there's a lot of good work being done by mods at the moment, all free of charge, more or less. So, I thought I'd do one of these, and also give my impressions of it as I go. So it's kind of a review slash Let's Play, and hopefully more people will do the same thing. Now, obviously this is a first-person puzzle shooter adventure kind of thing, all set in ancient Egypt, or at least close to ancient Egyptian god. So I guess the first thing to say is that this game looks really good. They've definitely put a lot of effort into... remember, this is a conversion of basically Half-Life 2, and all of these things they'll have made themselves, these models. The texture work is absolutely great. The artwork, obviously very Egyptian. You can tell that almost immediately. And the amount of effort that's gone onto here, it's really quite amazing. Look at this. Almost feel like you're really in ancient Egypt, but not really. So, most of the puzzles in this are obviously physics-based, using the Source physics engine. You have your little glowing hand here out in front of you, which you can use to pick things up, obviously, or fire them away, simply by pressing left mouse button. The hand animation's a little strange, but we'll go with it. Whee! I can see that becoming a lot of fun in the future. Not many people talk about skyboxes, but this one, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Ow, especially with the lens flare, which is blinding me. Oh, right, first simple puzzle. Eye here, triangle here. No prizes for guessing what you have to do. Ta-da! Okay, so the puzzling's simple, but the levels are nice and open. There's lots to explore. Lots of different passages, often opened up with different kinds of puzzles. Obviously, you can only lift up so much stuff. I'm assuming these vases down here are like health of some kind. I doubt it's going to be mana. Although that really would be emblematic of every adventure game ever. So, yeah, these are not as linear as they appear. They do look quite linear. They are levels, obviously, with varying rooms. Ah! Okay, now... it's all got a bit dark. Obviously, it's all very atmospheric as well. They've managed to get that almost perfect. One thing I'm worried about is that all these rooms look very, very blocky. I know it's meant to be ancient Egypt and all, and obviously the rooms can only be so designed. They've got plenty of pillars here to break up the monotony, but it's... they're a little square. Oh! Ah! And now we have our first monster. Mammy! Ah, look at him! If you look very closely at his hands, you can see that he's constantly throwing up the horns. Now, if you've spotted that he is using the Half-Life 2 zombie animation, as well as its sounds, well done! But, you know, you can only expect so much from a small mod team, and it's a very nicely designed monster, actually, so let's see what we can do about it. Bang. There we go. Memories of Gravity Gun and Ravenholm. Again, lots of effort put into this. Unfortunately, that's one of the few enemies we're going to be seeing, and we're going to be seeing it repeatedly. There we go. Yeah, it is health. Let's, we'll just discover more as we go on. Keep your eyes peeled, because there's lots of hidden areas in this game. Up here... Aha, more physics clearing. Bang. Bang. That is quite fun, I have to admit. It's rather satisfying to be able to do that. Just click and shoot stuff away. This implies more enemies. Yeah, that's a two at a time. Oh, blimey. Okay. Oh, Lord. Run away! There's also a combat system. If I can remember how to activate... there we go. Right, so you press Q, that takes you into this weird sort of helmet view. What happens is you lock onto the nearest enemy, and then you swing this Morning Star around. Because everyone knows in ancient Egypt they had these giant medieval spiked balls. And anyone who makes a euphemism about spiked balls, you're welcome to. Okay, so you just swing this around with the mouse button. It's quite an interesting way of doing combat, but let's have a look. Ow. Okay. It's a little confusing. There we go. It's a novel combat system, but it's a little awkward to get used to, especially with that sort of restricted view, field of view. Okay. Another one of well, you could loosely call it a physics-based puzzle. Very simple. Get that over there. Press use, and then guide it through the passage. Don't do it in time, and that's what happens. Giant green glowing hand. Want to see that again? Ta-da! Now, when it gets more difficult, that will hurt you, so you might as well get some practice in now. There we go. It's a simple puzzle, but that gets ridiculously more complicated as we go on. So, okay, so start down here. Ooh, and armor as well. Okay, so they are just borrowing some things from Half-Life, but you know, that's fine. I'm prepared to give them the benefit of the doubt. Grate opened in the green chamber. Okay, right, so the scarabs function as secret buttons, if you will, which will open up new passages and new secrets to find. And there are plenty of secrets to find in this game. Keep going. Gosh, the level design must have taken a long time. Okay. I'm sorry, I just like messing around with this, it's good fun. You don't get much health from those vases, it's a little annoying. You seem to have to, like, pick up huge amounts. You only get 2 at a time. Okay. More combat. This is something more of an arena. Look at that sun. Ow. Don't look directly into the sun, that is not a good idea. Okay. Right, there's no physics around here, so it looks like we're just gonna have to use combat. Fear my Morning Star! Wada! Ow. But, okay, he managed to hit me after I managed to hit him. Oh well. Collision detection, maybe a little bit off. But we'll go along with it. Sweet, precious health. Okay, right, so I think you're meant to go down there, but given there's a door open in the green chamber apparently, we'll have a look. This is the red chamber. Okay, now I'm sure you can somehow get rid of those, but I'll be damned if I can remember how. Let's see if we can find this green chamber again. Oh, hello. I remember this bit. You see. Okay, this is something the game does rather well. Backtracking can be a little repetitive, but it's quite interesting in this game. So, in theory, you're going to somehow get down there. We shall have a look. Okay, so what's going around here? That'll be the door that opened. And that appears to be... maybe not. Maybe it opened it up into the red chamber. Okay, well, we'll have a look back. I should be repeatedly singing "Walk Like an Egyptian," really. I'm not going to inflict that on you. Now, presumably around here... there's a way out. Or possibly is... I have a feeling it must be in the green chamber somewhere. Otherwise, why would it say a door has been opened in the green chamber? I think it's probably best. Ah, okay, you can go to combat mode from the right mouse button as well. It's a fairly simple game. I think it's probably best if we move on just to keep the gameplay flowing. Who knows, we might find something in here. Ah, right. Now, this game does have multiple difficulties, but the thing is they are not activated from the options menu. In fact, they're actually activated in-game. And what happens is, if you activate hard mode, then hopefully some more secrets shall be revealed. However, I am not quite sure how you do that. Okay. Perhaps we'll learn it as we move further on. I'm sure it's probably something you have to activate elsewhere in the level, but if we enter this green teleporter, this is a false door into the green smoke to use its magic. Alright.